Okay, just to show you my finish before we get started on anything else or any of the advanced, detailing and stuff that you're going to do, I want to show you my almost complete interior design. And, of course, I'm sure you could take it a little bit further than I did, even probably do a much better job than I did. But this is my first floor. As you see, I kind of shrunk the bathroom down just a little bit by moving this wall over to the left, which gave me a little bit more room for this dining table. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And of course, I'm using the original from the original training videos. I'm going to continue using that file. But here, of course, you can be on your own completely, modeling your own files or whatever, or your own design. But anyway, just looking at this file as an example, you can see that I moved this wall, moved the dining table over just a bit, gives me more room in the kitchen. And I've got furniture in all the rooms, just real basic furniture. And I also, say second level, here's the second level. Okay, same thing. I've got my furniture and what have you, the little play area or the, upstairs loft. I've got a sofa and everything, just to kind of fill up the space and to see, what kind of space is available in reference to the size of the room and the furniture. Got doors, closets, everything. These rooms over here were kind of large, so I did add a walk-in closet on the very end of the room, which I thought was pretty neat, with double doors, so they can walk into their closets, the older children. And then I've got the smaller room over here, either a guest room or a smaller child, single bathroom that they all share. So that's pretty much it. Very basic design. You could, of course, take yours as far as you need to. And don't get hung up on any one thing. Just make sure that, you're going and that you can get it, whatever you're designing, completed, by May sometime. But anyway, that's the finishing of that design. And now I want to show you some things, what I'm going to be showing you. And again, I'm using the same file, the original file from the training videos, and we're going to do some of these other detailed items to show you how to do them and how to apply them to your design. But what I did on this one is I did go in and create a sloped garage floor, which right after I get through explaining this, you will be going through some instructions to show you how to do that. But from here, we're going to be talking about some of the more detailed type items that we need to take care of after we get our design done. So just hang tight. After the pause in the video, you'll see that. The first item of detail that we're going to work on is this garage floor. Excuse me. But the garage floor has to have a slope to it, a section of it that is sloped anyway, to allow for any type of water drainage or anything like that. So what we want to do, and we've already drawn the garage floor, and we're just going to go back and edit that floor. And we need to select the overall floor itself, and there it is. And of course, all we're going to see in here is the garage floor, because the rest is covered by a finished surface. But you can see as we go all the way around, like under this window, you can see the original concrete slab illuminated. So we've got the floor, and now what I want to do is I want to double click on it and get into the edit mode to where you see the pink lines showing up all the way around. Okay, I am going to delete, or actually, let's see. Now I'm going to delete that line. Okay, I'm going to delete that front line that's at the front of the garage right here. And I'm going to start, let's see, where's a good place to start? I'll just start right here at the end of this line. Okay, so everything up under the walls themselves is going to remain a part of the original slab. So I'm going to trace around that, and what's going to be on the inside, this portion right here, is actually going to be a secondary slab. Now, normally it is poured. It is all one a single part of the slab itself, of the original slab. There are other ways of doing this in Revit, but this is just, kind of the easiest way to do it. But I'm going to actually put another slab in there and put a slope to that slab. Although it will be a separate slab in our drawing, we can certainly indicate in our annotations that it is going to be a single pour, and they will just shape the slope out of that single pour. But for our drafting purposes, we're just going to go ahead and draw two separate slabs. Now, as I'm tracing around the original slab, I want to leave about 2 to 3 feet of space in front of at the front part of the garage, and that's going to be kind of like a walkway. All right, so I'm going to come to about the end of this door, which I know that door is 36 inches from the wall. I think it is anyway. But anyway, either way, we still have plenty of room. So I'm going to take this one also to the inside wall and just kind of finish tracing around to the inside. Actually, I want to take it all the way to there. Come down. Right there. Okay, so that marks off where the original slab is going to be, the original 8-inch slab. And then this portion right here, once I hit the check mark, it's now going to be empty. There won't be any concrete there. Okay, so it's now empty. But what I'm going to do is I am going to create a new slab to go in there. So I'm just going to create a new floor. And I'm going to choose this 8-inch cast in place. And I'm going to duplicate that. Go to Edit Type, and the duplicate, and I'm going to call this one 6-inch cast in place. And I'll also use that same concrete floor for my sidewalks and patios and things of that nature. Click OK, and then just go into Edit, change the depth or the thickness to 6 inches. Okay, and there we go. So now I'm going to take this one, and I'm gonna pick lines. Oh wait, no, pick lines is right here, and trace this one around the inside of the garage itself up to this overhang portion. Or not overhang portion, but the portion that is still 8 inches. So this will still be 8 inches, and that's going to give me, a little bit of a curb into the garage. Go to my corner tool, edit these corners, and then I'm going to use a slope arrow. Slope arrow can be kind of confusing at first, but the slope arrow is going to start here, and it's going to slope down this way. So this will be the lower side. Now by default, it starts at the height offset at tail. The tail being up here, it starts at 1 foot. We really don't want that. We want it to be, let's see, our slab is 8 inches, so it will be a -6 inches, I believe. But we can edit it a little bit later. -6 inches. And then the height offset at the head is going to be, let's see, we only need it to slope typically about 1/8 of an inch per foot. That's about 20 feet. So we're looking at maybe, all right, so we're going to find out the decimal value of 1/8 of an inch. So it will be 1 divided by 8 equals 1.25 times 20. So it'll be a total of 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to do this one. Let's see, -6, we'll go down to -5, -4, -3.5. And again, we can always adjust once we get into it and look at it. So -3.5, it's still not wanting to write or type. -3.5 inches. Apply. Okay. And then we just click on the check mark to save that. and it says lines must be in closed loop. Okay, so I have a problem somewhere, which is right there. That's okay. I'm going to click continue and make sure that these two lines meet. Okay, and they don't want to meet because they're just ever so slightly off. So we're going to do an alignment. I'm going to click on the align tool. This is my primary line. This will be my secondary line. So now we're lined up. And now I can finish drawing it up, and we come to a meeting point. Click on the green check mark. Save the project if it asks you to. Okay, so now we have that interior slab, and or the interior of the garage. So now we need to check it with a section view, and I'm going to draw a section this way. All right, I'm going to zoom in here, and of course I kind of got it backwards, so not a problem. All right, we'll have to go on top and actually adjust that. So let's go back to level 1, and let's go back into the edit mode. Click on that arrow, height offset. So I want this one to be negative 3.5, and that's what I mean by it's kind of confusing which way it's supposed to go. And then this one will be the negative 6 inches. Some people may be able to catch on to that a lot quicker than I can, but hey, we're there. All right, now go back and take another look at it. And there we go. That's what I should see. Right here, coming off, this is that main 8-inch slab right there. And then we're going to drop down to this one. Okay, and this is the slope. It's got a slope in it all the way out to here. And we're cool of it at that point. All right, so now we have that sloped garage floor so water can roll out of it. And we are done with this video.